This is my audience. Diagnosed with scoliosis at the age of 17. One dancer had a role flipped upside down and was forced into early retirement from her dream career. What was once effortless flexibility had shifted into immense pain, and an unnoticeable spinal curve progressed into a 40-degree curve within 3 years, even though doctors said it wouldn't. But she was determined to move on and shifted her focus in finding a new career associated with her lifelong love for animals and desire to help people. That's when she discovered equine-assisted therapy and gained a sort of hope that was hard to come by in such a difficult time. Over the next year, she had dedicated more than 300 hours of volunteer time at the Ohio Horse Park Center for Therapeutic Horsemanship, and actually changed her major to become an equine-assisted therapeutic riding instructor herself. But this girl is not someone random, and she's not someone you'll never meet. This girl is me. But don't worry, I'm not here to ask you to dedicate your whole life to equine-assisted therapy as I have. I'm simply here because I would like to motivate you all to donate some of your time, no matter how much or how little, to a Professional Association of Therapeutic Horsemanship International, or PATH for short, accredited association near you. Without volunteers and people like you, it would not be possible to make a difference in the lives of people like me, who are challenged every day by a disability. Today we will discuss the need for volunteers, volunteer roles and how to get started, and how you can help. Let us begin with the need for volunteers. Unfortunately, equine-assisted therapy is not a well-known practice, but even with that, it continues to grow and develop all around the world. According to PATH International, there are more than 800 member centers and more than 8,000 individual members all over the world who help and support more than 66,000 men, women, and children, all faced with disabilities. To put that into perspective, there are typically 2 to 4 volunteers needed for each lesson, and there are 6 lessons each day of the week. So if one volunteer helped with 1 lesson per week, that center will require between 60 and 120 volunteers in that week alone. To quote the Ohio Horse Park Center for Therapeutic Horsemanship, our program depends on our volunteers. Without them, we could not serve individuals with physical, mental, and emotional disabilities. And with the numbers I've given you before, it's easy to see why. Now that we've discussed the need for volunteers, let us move on to a solution, becoming one. There are many roles available in volunteering for equine-assisted therapy, and there is likely to be one that each of you will be satisfied with. If you like horses and you like to be with horses, then you may want to consider becoming a horse leader for lessons. Responsibilities for a horse leader includes ensuring the cooperation, safety, and well-being of horses, and guiding them based off the instruction of the instructor in the arena. If you're more of a people-motivated person and you would like to have more interaction with the participants, then you may want to consider being a sidewalker. Responsibilities of sidewalkers, including ensuring the safety, security, and balance of the riders by walking beside them. But if you're someone who wants to work a little more behind the curtains, or indirectly, so to speak, then there are positions for that too. Those positions include lesson preparation and cleanup, fundraising and event coordination, and even helping in the office. In review, so far we've covered why there's a need for volunteers, and what you can do to help. We'll now discover what it would mean to you. According to Path International, their mission through therapeutic writing is to inspire, enrich the human spirit. But that mission stretches past participants and impacts volunteers too. As a volunteer, I have become inspired myself. It's hard not to be. Seeing people walk again when their legs aren't strong enough to carry them alone. And seeing them forget, if only for a moment, about their disability and their differences. From then, I have learned more than I ever thought possible. And I found great joy in being a part in each of their stories. Now put yourself in my position and imagine the possibilities that wait for you, the friendships and the relationships that you could create, and what could potentially result from you deciding to volunteer. Maybe your story can inspire someone too. But the only way to find out is to get started. So where do you begin? The first step in becoming a volunteer is to find a center. You'll want to go to the Path International website and click Find a Center under the Centers tab at the top of the page. Then you'll select your state, pick a location that you like, and then contact the facility using the information below their name. It's as simple as that. Remember, you have the power to change a life. And together, we can rise up by lifting each other up.